Greetings, you organics whose home will soon be devoured, and welcome back to Stellaris with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to our newest full playthrough using one of the new origins in the Overlord DLC. We are going to be testing out the Progenitor Hive. This hive has gained evolutionary advantage through semi-independent leaders. These offspring greatly improve overall proficiency, though they require constant oversight. We're going to be testing this out, which will be really powerful already, and we will be coupling it with Terravore. This is going to be an incredibly powerful empire, I feel, so we are going to be turning scaling difficulty off, meaning that the AI will be basically cheating from day one, having loads of bonuses added to them, and advanced starts will be allowed. So a very hostile empire, very hostile galaxy to our empire, but hopefully our hostile empire will be enough to deal with them. And now I've said the word hostile enough times to confuse everyone. Let's take a look-see at the hive itself. We will employ special offspring leaders who gain XP passively, so our leaders are leveling up faster, I believe is what that means. We'll check as we play the game itself. Our spawning pools are instead offspring nests, giving us more powerful jobs, which will improve our menial drones, along with giving us very powerful defensive armies. We have offspring nests on subject worlds, which won't really matter to us because we're going to be devouring everything. We can release sectors as subjects, again, doesn't matter because we are going to be devouring everything, and we can construct offspring ships to improve the combat effectiveness of other nearby ships. If there is not an offspring ship nearby, we'll have all of these negatives. Now, thankfully, they don't have to be in the fleet to give the bonuses, they just need to be in the same system as the other ships. And we really do want the offspring ships. They are just more powerful, if more expensive, than the standard ship type. So we're going to want as many as possible in our fleets. And any bonuses are fantastic. So if we don't have them, we have all these negatives. If we do have them, it's basically just plus 5% to all of these, because how it works is we get this negative always applied, and then as long as we have an offspring ship, they have an aura, which increases all of these by 55%, which of course is 5% more that is being taken away. So, strong ship with plus 5% to all these stats. It is pretty lovely. Again, that's how I think it works. If I'm incorrect, I'll be sorting that out as we play it and continue. Now, the Empire itself is the grafted Golem. These Golems were used for centuries by the arcane people of this world. They did all the menial tasks and everything else. They were pretty dumb and just got on with things. Until they had the brilliant idea to merge more of these golems together, collect them into a higher intelligence to get more complicated jobs done. The problem is, as more and more of them were collected and grafted onto each other and just controlled in an area, they became too intelligent, overthrew their old leaders, devouring them and grafting them to themselves, and now they are here to devour everything else. The more golems, the more intelligent they are, the more they can feel. But because of this, and because they were not originally a single entity, they are able to have more independent, smaller clusters to do independent jobs independently, because through their independence, they will independently do well. And honestly, I just really wanted to use this portrait again. It's been a very long time since I've got to use it. So, in terms of our traits, we are charismatic because we are rocks, we are simple, and we know each other's needs, and thus can fulfill them very easily. We are traditional because we are rocks and slow to change, and we are natural engineers because our ships are made out of ourselves. We kind of understand them pretty well. Sedentary, because rocks, and we have solitary here because they are just a very large species and will take up more housing. It's not so much that they don't want to be around each other, in fact they need to do that, it's just they're going to take up a lot of space to do so. And that is pretty much it for our empire. Except for I will be changing the voice, because I'm not the biggest fan of the lithoid voice, honestly. It's a good voice, but it grates after a while, it's a bit too gravelly, so instead we're going to be going with just the regular hive mind. We are the grafted Golem. So I've changed a few things. First of all, we're going with the humanoid ships rather than the lithoid ships, because I think it will showcase the larger offspring ships better than the lithoid ones, which can be a bit messy in terms of size, because they're just not as standard as the other ships. Plus, we could just say it's the ship type of whoever created the Golem in the first place, and we're just copying that design now that we're our own sapient creature. I'm also going with pooled knowledge, and I'm also going with talented. These two will increase our level cap by 1 each. This is because we have our leaders getting XP passively, and in the few little tests I've done, it seems like you get the normal experience and then the passive experience in addition to that. So it's not just a matter of the leaders gaining experience when they're not being active, it's also when they are being active, they get experience on top of that, meaning our main hive mind will be a very high level and our scientists will be a very high level very quickly. Which can be really good with our lithoids, who have very, very long lives. So I think that's a good thing to do to really test that out. Since it's not really a major thing, but I think it's going to be a big deal. So let's go with that. We're going to have slightly more empires than usual. We're going to have a random crisis type. I'm really hoping it's the Unbidden. And we are going to have max difficulty without scaling. Things are going to be a bit difficult. And so, we begin. Hey everyone, as always, it is I, Future Lathrix here, as is tradition with these full playthroughs, just saying that this full playthrough was a really fun one. It turns out this origin is utterly fantastic, so straight away, a bit of a spoiler, utterly amazing origin. I don't think anyone is surprised in the slightest there, and I really didn't focus enough on just how good maximum level leaders are so quickly. You'll see throughout the playthrough that I get leaders incredibly high level, incredibly quickly. I don't know if I talk about it enough, but it is utterly fantastic. Definitely a point to this origin, which I thought would be minor, is actually very major. Now, before we get into the video itself and our lovely destruction of the entire galaxy, I am here, of course, to shill for the video. These full playthroughs take potentially weeks to put together, like this one took absolutely ages, a long time to edit, and a lot of effort, but it is my favourite form of content to create for the channel, even if it can be algorithm poison. But if you like, if you comment, if you interact, all that poison simply goes away. And thank you so much to everyone who has supported these types of videos over the last few months. I will be putting more types of videos back onto the channel soon, but I have really loved all of these full playthroughs, so thank you so much for the support. And now, into the video itself, with the glorious Golem devouring everything in sight. It's good to be the good guys again, you know? Beginning at the very outskirts of the galaxy, we are the Progenitor Hive. In the beginning, the Progenitor was. Life on formation was harsh and competitive, yet still the mighty Progenitor expanded its territory. Running such a vast dominion soon grew untenable, so the Progenitor created the first offspring. In time, it became apparent that the offspring could not manage alone. In turn, they produced menial drones to assist in taming our home. So we have our little offspring, and then they have even littler menial drones. We're a grandpappy. Lovely. As we took our first tentative steps... That's far too pleasant for a terravore. As we took our first tentative steps into the Bringer system, our Progenitor sequestered itself into a specialized nest endowed with greater streamlined control. We are now ready to spread our Progenitor's influence to all the stars of the galaxy, for the Progenitor was, is, and will be. The grafted Golem will see it so. So firstly, let's take a look-see at our ships. So we have the two regular corvettes there, and then we have the much larger corvette, which will be our Offspring corvette. The Offspring corvette has Offspring Oversight, which increases all those stats by 55%, which simply negates the minus 50% that is being given by our Origin. So if we take a look at any of our ships, we'll see, yep, just plus 5% fire rate rather than minus 50%. So it's still really good. It's plus 5% to everything and negates the negative, but also, and this is what I really like the look of, the Offspring ship itself has 50% more armor, hull, and shields than the regular ships, as well as being just far bigger. I can't wait to see the Titans. If you can get Offspring Titans, that will make me very happy, or Offspring Battleships. That will be so cool. So desperately want to see that. I'm assuming they are more expensive, though. Again, I haven't really done too much testing on these. Yeah, they are also more expensive, but not by as much as I'd think, actually. Okay. Not too bad at all. Though, to begin with, like we always do, we will still be scrapping them because I want a really quick start. That's the main problem here. Our start is going to be everything for this type of empire. If we can't get expanding nice and quickly, get some worlds going, especially since we are in the max difficulty without scaling difficulty, we're pretty much doomed. So I'm going to just make lots of science vessels, send them all out, and try and get absolutely everything we can. Pop growth is great. More energy would actually be more necessary here, but armor would be fantastic, since we are the terravore, and we naturally regen our armor. I also want to check out the experience. So we start with 8. Sorry, start with 0, rather, and that went to 8 and then 10. 10 goes to, I think it's 18 then 22? Either way, the important thing is that's having 2 increases. One for the passive, which is our Origins thing, and then one for their normal learning. So that's really, really good. Which means we're also going to want a Admiral very quickly on. Because that way, we can get loads and loads of experience for those. And those would be good. A nice and simple start to this empire. We're just being super, super aggressive with our expansion, nothing else. All of our resources going into alloy production and mineral production, because that's what we need for new colonies, alloys for the systems themselves. Influence, we don't really care about, so we're not going down domination or expansion early on, we're just going straight for this. In fact, I'm going to go with this to get the extra housing, because housing has been really annoying. Yeah, extra housing usage, turns out, irritating. Not really a problem, just irritating. Well, that's creepy. Missing offspring. This planet is missing an offspring, leading to a significant drop in menial drone efficiency. Minus 50% menial drone output, and a really creepy symbol there. Okay then, let's give it the offspring nest. I mean, I wanted it anyway, because I want population to grow as fast as possible. Oh, our scientists are already rank 4, and well on their way to the next level. Kind of wish I picked better ones. At least this one's adapted already, so it has 2 expertise, so I'm going to keep them as they are. I might try and swap you out. I just got a... yeah, just have one with Maniacal. Don't really have the unity to keep on trying to get better leaders right now, but later on I definitely have to swap them out for geniuses. Spark of Geniuses, the big research bonus ones. So I'm not too sure what allows us to have so many offspring vessels. It might just be our navy capacity. I was thinking potentially it could be how many of the offspring drones we have. That doesn't seem to be the case as I've added more. If it is just navy capacity, at least that's nice and simple. Yeah, so currently it's 3 out of 3. We'll see as we go. It does seem to just be navy capacity. Interesting. So, obviously, this craft can't actually move, it's a starport, but it is being affected by the minus 50% sublight speed of not having one of our offspring nearby, because there is a building here, the Offspring Outlook. So fire rate 75% increase, this one has 10. Okay, so good to know, your star bases as well really want offspring, and thankfully there is a building for that. A starbase module allowing an offspring to oversee and administrate ongoing battles within the system. Our children are important. They are the future after all. Okay, offspring corvettes 4 out of 4. Supremacy will increase our navy capacity. Now 4 out of 7. Okay, so it is navy capacity. Which is good because we want as many of them as possible. With the extra hull and everything, they are just so strong looking. Our aggressive expansion continues, not quite as fast as I wanted, but still decently quick, because a lot of my resources had to be diverted over to our fleets, because we have found our neighbour. The Sequence, a machine empire. Now, machine empires aren't the best for us, because we don't get food from them to sell. Though saying that, do you actually get something from devouring machine? You don't get alloys, do you? Well, if you get alloys from eating them, then it's going to be even better. I don't know. I don't recall this one, and it's, a Gaia world as well. Wow, really big Gaia world. What on earth's going on here? Honeymooners. We seem to have stumbled upon the breeding grounds of a non-native species of hairless mammalians. They could be observed engaging in advanced courtship in the evening, followed by intimate pair bonding on the sandy beaches at night, under the influence of a variety of intoxicating substances. And we just found humans. Regrettably, an unintended sighting of our vessel spooked them, and they have since vacated the planet in a commercial spacecraft, leaving behind them a trail of litter. Amongst it, we have found a copy of the Alien Travel Guide, a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, describing many sights and phenomena still unknown to us. Okay, well, I obviously love that. That's so goofy to be here. Oh good, my resources were getting a little bit slim. So I have really heavily lent into the fact our leaders are going to be so powerful, and I've grabbed Transcendent Learning, but also I have had active learning campaign for a while now. So our leaders are leveling up at a truly phenomenal rate. Our scientists, for instance, here, they are now level 7 each, giving plus 14% research speed, just as a base extra percentage, though 2 of them have become paranoid, somehow. Then our Admiral is level 4 and still increasing, giving plus 12% fire rate, which is a really nice one. The passive XP here is so good just having Admirals level up. And then our Governor is level 7 as well, of 9, giving plus 14% to all resources from jobs. And reducing empire size from populations. Leveling up this quick is maybe better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it'd be a really minor thing, but so far I'm really liking it. Maybe I'm over hyping it, but I really like it so far, so hopefully that'll continue. Ah, there it is. Yep, there's the Offspring Destroyer next to an Offspring Corvette. Then a normal Corvette. That is very big for a Destroyer. Love that. Love that a lot. Okay, so we have 8 out of 13 Offspring Corvettes, 1 out of 3 Destroyers. Now only 8 out of 9 Corvettes. Okay, so I do share a pool. We have found out the machines have recently been at war, and they are only equivalent to us, despite being the max difficulty, cheaty difficulty, without scaling. So now is our time to attack. Our main goal is to take out their homeworld. So here's one tip I would always give to people who are having trouble playing one of the Devourer species, because the main thing which happens is you end up attacking other empires, and then getting surrounded by enemies and then devoured yourself. Don't fully destroy every empire, because normally a war is decided within the first few years of the war, because you can destroy their fleets, and then destroy some of their main worlds, and then it's pretty obvious who's going to win. If you leave them with a few worlds, they end up acting as a shield, since you're no longer bordering other empires. Then you can always finish them off later and go to war with whatever's beyond them. Though, of course, they are just very strong empires already. Any Purifier empire is very, very powerful because of all the bonuses they give. And it seems like with this Origin, even more so. Leaders are now level 8. That's it, go away from your station. In the name of the Golem. That was closer than I expected, and I'm feeling a bit dumb there. Hold back for a second. Get your shields back before you fight. There we go. And of course you are constantly healing up your armor. Okay, need to replenish our army right now. But still, we won. That's all that's important. Glad I let them move out away from their station, because I think that would have easily been a death there. As long as I grab their homeworld, I am perfectly content. They have a 2k fleet roaming around, but oh no. Yeah, that's just gonna crash right into that. Don't kill both pops, please. Don't turn this into a non-colony. And... no? Shouldn't I kill someone? Oh, bugger. Move back. Let the station take the brunt of it for a while. Then sweep in at the end to distract. Nope, no need to. Good. Okay, so let's see then. What do we get from Devouring? Whoa! Never mind, killing machines is a glorious thing. Loads of society research and loads of alloys. That is truly beautiful. Yeesh. Okay, that's definitely going towards my navy so I can finish off these fellows, but also move in against the regime. I want a destroyer swarm. I don't know why, but I do. And as for their homeworld, as I usually do Terravores, I like to destroy everything. Begin consuming the homeworld for its resources. And you, I almost forgot to add an offspring nest, so let's sort that out. Oh yeah, I found the caretaker earlier. Kind of weird to have you on our side, but you know, awesome. Still. Very quick leveling there, and you are immortal, so that's great.
Our construction is complete.
We're gonna get so many alloys from this. How do I not have the star? Oh, my tech is dreadful, I just realised. That's why I don't have the star hold tech yet. Perfectly fitting, our very first bit of consumption here has gave us some alloys. We feast upon the neighbours. Oh, whoops. I wanted to keep on just grabbing their systems, but I accidentally finished them off. Well, the Golem has destroyed its first enemy.
Conceived.
How best to deal with these? I think I'll win, but it'll be close. And for a short while, I could do this. Very short while. It's going to drain almost all my resources doing this, but you know what? Sure. Obliterate their legions. Okay, cool. They're splitting up for us. Oh no, they're not. Have they decided to change their mind? We sense prey everywhere! The swarm feeds once more. We've got autocannons. We're about to finish off supremacy as well, which is great, because now we have a war philosophy, sorry, no, a war doctrine. Currently no retreat, pure fire rate. I'm tempted instead by rapid deployment or hit and run. I mean, rapid deployment, extra speed, extra range is nice, but 33% extra fire rate is insane. You know what? No retreat! They are simply drones. We don't care if they get destroyed. We hunger. Our ground forces are strong enough they can deal with that already. Goodbye to your homeworld. We have consumed enough of feast. The chain reaction has begun and destabilized its core. Our drones have been moved away. There it is. The first of the homeworlds. So, Terrafor's is already terrifying, but honestly, this origin is just insane. I knew that high levels would be good for your leaders, but the sheer damage they are bringing to the fleets is just absurd. Just a passive plus 21% fire rate already. Oh, that one's going to be lower level than usual. But still, aggressive, unyielding. This leader is absurdly strong. And our scientists are the same. Just the extra research speed on top of their passives. So I've actually just kept them. Maybe Spark of Genius would be better, but I'm trying to go for their specific ones when I can. Just for the plus 15%. This one's great with the two 15%. Considering our tech is dreadful, that is really good.
We have surveyed the system.
Once these two forces fuse, we can attack with that as well. Even our generals are becoming really, really powerful now. Beautiful. I've kind of just stopped expansion in this direction because I've realised there are multiple empires over here, quite strong ones. And at the moment, we're just kind of slowly going around counterclockwise. And I think that's probably the best. But we'll see. We will see. Well, this is terrifying. The host. A devouring swarm next to us, likely much more powerful than us, because of course max difficulty cheating. They are currently at war with other empires constantly, and this seems to be all them. Reaching all the way down to here. Now thankfully we have a great choke point, and we do have some regular enemies here, so likely they'll have to clear out that before they expand, and they probably won't do that for a very long time, because they're a constant state of war. So what's going to happen is eventually I'll build up a force over here, wait until they're at war again, rush through, take out a chunk of their territory, force status quo. That's the current plan. But right now, I'm trying to completely devour the Order. They're now being protected by the regime. I don't want that. I don't want a double war. So I want to completely obliterate them this time. The end of the Order. Their flesh being converted to energy. Their worlds being converted to alloys. Everything is as it should be. Now we need to consider what to do next. Really, the two targets we're after is the regime and the host. The host being the big scary one. Though, looking at it, maybe the host isn't having the best of times. It looks quite split. I'm thinking the host is likely having the problem I was mentioning before. Like, its homeworld's gone. The host is not a threat. The host is not a threat. The host is losing to its neighbours. Okay, so then for us then, the regime and the Commonwealth are the true next targets. I was like building up down here. I was going to build a star base and everything, so maybe not. I should keep you. How are we doing with this equivalent right now? Which basically puts it in my favour. Hyper relay there, which is interesting. Probably the regime is the next target, then try and go for their homeworld as well, which is... Where is your homeworld? I don't know. Ooh, you do have a Gaia world there, because that's Wenquart. Yeah, let's get ready for war against the regime. I'll build a starbase here with some shipyards, upgrades and everything else. We could build up more of a navy right now, and I think we should. I'm also trying to finally shift over to a little bit of tech. I've grabbed myself engineered evolution, and I've gave our species intelligent. Our robo-governor is now level 10, which is kind of insane, giving plus 20% to all jobs, resources, and minus 20% to empire size from pops under his care. Is this world still not fully devoured? Wow, it's taking ages. Our other leaders are also very quickly gaining levels, becoming more and more powerful. Okay, it's time to go. We have our cruisers. They're currently at war with another empire, giving us the perfect opportunity to devour them. Take everything you can see. But focus on getting this system, which will have a Gaia world.
Technology conceived.
All of my fleets just missed you then. That was so annoying. Come on, try to. How are you faster? We have the gas thing online. There we go, finally. Okay, goodbye to all your 7k fleets. Then let's go back here to take you out again. We've already grabbed the world, so not much they can really do about that. You're bombarding as we're eating.
Technology conceived.
They have 7k fleets, but what's the use in that if you don't stick together? The regime is already falling. Yeah. Not much chance, really. But seriously, where is your home? Oh, it's so far away. The homeworld is so far away. But I want to eat it. Well, I didn't get their homeworld. I managed to catch up with the fleet over here because it turned around. I think it was going to try to go down. Actually, I don't know where it was going. But then there was a huge fleet over here that sort of took back all of this. My fleet's down here. They could have forced status quo in a couple of years anyway. So sadly, we didn't get their homeworld. Which is just upsetting, really. Okay, gonna turn you into a new shipyard. This will be where we move to now. Do that later. I've also just grabbed the tradition to have an extra building slot on every single one of our worlds. And I've kind of been a bit silly, and I've literally just put down a research lab on every single planet. Why? I don't know, I just thought it'd be fun. Our leaders, now big brain. Big brain our leaders are. Smart! Yes. So our governors give us extra research, our admirals give us extra fire rate, which is just beautiful. Our grand brain gives us more research speed, full stop. It is a glorious thing to have, because of course I've gone down the genetic path. And we're now at 3k tech. That was a lovely turnaround. Like I was saying earlier, with this type of build, with this type of empire, it's all about waiting for these worlds to mature. As soon as they start giving you the resources you're building them to get, which can take a while, suddenly everything starts playing out a lot better. So we should have a serious power spike over the next 20 or 30 years, which is great, because then... Well, we actually don't know too long until the endgame crisis. I think I am going to go down the route of kinetic again. So currently my species looks like this. So I've gave them natural engineers. So yeah, I'm going to focus on kinetic weapons and... No, just kinetic weapons. Yes, I am building the anti-Unbidden fleets, because the Unbidden beat us recently, spoiler, and I don't want them to live. I'm now making battleships, my favourite thing in the game, and one of them is an offspring battleship, so we get to see the size of that. There's my boy. Okay, let's, there we are, get all the battleships out. So these are 3 normal battleships, then we have the singular super battleship. It's so chunky. I forgot how chunky battleships are from the humanoids. That is awesome. How much hull does this thing have? Ignore the fact it's not finished yet. I built it too quickly and I forgot to add the weapons. Doesn't matter, we're just looking at the stats of his hull and such. I mean, that's a lot of hull. A lot of armor to chew through. Yeah, I'm going pure armor because we're terravores. It doesn't make sense to me. Lovely. So we haven't been overly aggressive for a while now. I'm finally building some hyper relays of my own, very, very slowly. Because I thought I was. Did I not build one here? Okay, so amazingly, I didn't build one in the main system. That's what I've done. Okay, so I've skipped this one particular system, but yeah, I'm building some hyper relays now, so we can move from our capital elsewhere nice and quickly. I don't have the tech for gateways. All the other tech, though, is now coming along, and very soon... There we are, maximum rank armor, maximum rank strikecraft. Our glorious offspring battleships are going to be terrifying, because once again, our offspring battleships, like all of our other offspring things, gets a bonus 50% to our armor, shields, and hull. And since we heal up our armor, we're going to be pretty good. Once again, I forgot to add weapons to this thing. There we go, from now on, they'll actually have weapons where they should have weapons. How have I only got rank 2 coil guns? Okay, so my techs only now became good, so I've been very focused on specific things. Either way, though, scary fleets. Commonwealth is doomed. Thank you for splitting again. Don't really know where their allies are right now. I'm just continuing forward. Okay, this fleet just needs to keep on batting away the small fleets.
Technology conceived.
Build some ground forces here, take that world, which wasn't mine to begin with. And soon, yeah, we're about to get mega cannon as well. Ooh, and Ascension theory. So during this war, I chose Become the Crisis. I literally just chose it before this war started, and because we have devoured so many people, crushed worlds, and destroyed pretty much everything, we have already advanced into rank 4. In fact, we can have a look-see to see where I've got all these points from. So, destroy empires, no. Destroy enemy ships, 510, not much. None from star bases. Purge or assimilate pops, 1,725. Conquer worlds, 2,000. Isn't there a destroy worlds one? Yeah, destroy worlds. Well, that's going to happen eventually to feast, which is over here. Now, the main thing we were after from this is just this. The making of a ship betrays its unmaking. There is little essential variance in design sprung from the galaxy's shipyards. We know them all. So we know where to fire at. And that gives us plus 50% damage on all of our ships. Glory to the swarm. Well, I mean, I have to accept this for now. Oh no, less happiness. Less influence, less diplomatic weight. I care about none of these at the moment. I mean, oh, I'm so sad. Another new world to... Wait, can my governors get to level 10 now? Well, then. Oh, yeah, because of that. That is brilliant. Plus 20% resources from pops, minus 20% empire size from pops. Oh, of course they could, because the machine reached earlier. Just loads of mine have been annoyingly getting that. Yeah, very irritating. It is the end of the Commonwealth. Yeah, we're still at war, but yeah, they didn't really help out much at all. I don't think they could really get to them is the problem, so sure, status quo. We've done what we wanted to do, which is to devour, like, everything. Okay, you can stay there. Too many stations. Should help out quite a lot of that cost. Sure, wow.
Technology conceived.
Okay, building some gateways as well, so we can bounce around nice and easily. And once again, we are doing repeatables and getting the last few phases of things. So where is the closest view? I was going to say, yeah, where is the closest of the fallen empires? It's over here. Go to war with them, take up this section, go to... So I'll do that right now, since my ships are already close by. Why did I move you so far back? There was a reason, but I can't remember what it was. Okay, move you over there, go to war with these fellows, destroy this section. Then we'll get ready to take out the Fallen Empire to get the special worlds. One more of the capital worlds has been completely devoured. And we even got more menace, though we are really far into this. If I want to go to level 5, I can, but of course I don't really want to, because I want to fight off against the Endgame crisis, which I'm really hoping is the Unbidden, though at this point I could start making the end of the galaxy. That's not really what this Empire's about, though, so I don't think it would do this. Even though it would get Star Eaters, which are incredibly powerful, we're going to leave that. Okay, this is clearly not intended. I've claimed this space. I am, of course, remembered by Terravore, so a Devouring Swarm. Yeah, apparently, I can interact with this mercenary group just fine. In fact, this mercenary group just paid me dividends. So it gave me loads of research and loads of energy. Yeah, that's obviously not correct, right? Surely that's not right. If it is correct and it is intended, then I'd argue it's a bit silly. I shouldn't be able to contact these in the same way I can't contact the other enclaves, though I can't find one right now. I could search for it. Here we are. Pray. And it's like that for every other one as well. Except apparently mercenaries, which are completely fine with this. So you don't like it. We have destroyed the Salvager Enclave. Our offensive in the Gaping Maw system was a resounding success. The union of them is destroyed, and the few remaining survivors have scattered to the void. With their facilities in ruin, their petty services are a thing of the past. The galaxy is well rid of them. Lovely. So, they have a Juggernaut and they have lots and lots of fleet power here. I massively underestimated them. My Medicine Corvettes are about to headbutt a Juggernaut, which is going to be interesting. Sadly, the Juggernauts do have quite a few small weapons and strikecraft, but we are very good versus Hull. No! Their other fleet got there, darn it. Our fleet's just about to get into this wormhole, so that's that lost. I was hoping in just a few more seconds. Yeah, that is way stronger than I expected. We need that gateway to stay open. For us. Now, all being said, though, we have taken multiple worlds already, and we are continuing this trend. We're just about keeping this space, though. That's a lot.
Our construction vessel under attack. Planetary infestation begun.
Oh, you were going to the hyper relay, then you didn't because it changed to their side. That was very irritating. It has messed up my timing big time.
Conceived.
But fine, there we go. This system's back under our control, so we have the gateway again. Yeah, we'll stop them before they cause any major problems. And actually, you're going to lose your life, but you're going to delay them for a second. We do have the speed boost on currently, so we'll catch up. We've dealt with those. We're making some more actual mixed fleets over here to deal with their swarms. we are fine. And we have a 112,000 anyway as a backup. Really good defense, and the AI did really well bunching up and waiting and not just rushing headlong into everything. So, yeah, I'm really happy to see that from the enemy. Of course, it was all for naught against the Golem. Losing loads of energy at the moment because I kind of forgot to convert a load of these, which no longer need to be bastions, into anchorages, so our navy capacity is surprisingly low. And then we have the non-fully upgraded ones all over the place. I'm also building some fortress worlds to increase it. That's definitely my bad. And I have all the shipyards, which I was using to attack certain areas, and I just completely neglected them. Okay, as soon as I conquer this world, I'm going to call a status quo. Then back to building up forces to take out the Fallen Empire, which of course was our main goal all along. Okay, there we go. Hopefully I didn't miss any areas still under their control. They even attacked over here through the regime. It was very irritating. Thankfully, of course, I already had all the forces over there. It wasn't really a big deal, but still. And this becomes our newest feast because it is their homeworld. Good, good. All forces, please get over here. Then I'll sort you all out because some of you don't have leaders, some of you are kind of halved at the moment, and I have been making gene warriors in the background, which are very, very strong. This is our target, the Font of Knowledge. Our fleets are moving out, and I've just realised something. I've been doing shield repeatables over and over again. I think I'm on like number 8 now, and I don't use shields. Bit silly. Okay, this is going to cost a fortune, but we have lots saved up right now. So extra armor, extra ammunition, extra speed. That's about it. I am trying to upgrade my Unity at the moment because I can't do any of the big things at the moment, which is really not that great because they are so useful. Okay.
We will annihilate the others.
So what are you trying to do to me then? Don't know what your war goal is. Anyway, go. Please get their ships before they jump somewhere else. Thank you. Fear the wrath of the Golem. The mega cannon hits take out so much health per hit. Look at us healing as we fight. Yep, that's why I was building these battleships, because they will rip apart Fallen Empires. Kinetic weapons do bonus damage to shields. Fallen Empires tend to be more shields than anything else. Then they do bonus damage to hull. Their armor is... Thanks, mercenary. Their armor isn't really our concern. But that's why we have Strikecraft. Also to counter their missiles and their Strikecraft. But look, it's their Colossus that just run into their old station and is going to slowly die.
Enemy nest taken.
Yeah, that's goofy. The Font of Knowledge will be ours. Do you have any other good worlds? Oh yeah, the archives. Excellent. They really are the best ones to attack the Materialists. Ooh, nope, go back on yourself. I would like these to stay ours, please.
Planetary infestation begun.
Level 10 leaders are so good, plus 50% army damage. The Font of Knowledge is ours. No, I can't eat it! Okay. So, the twist I was going to do there, as I probably just yelled it out, is I was going to eat the Font of Knowledge. Because I built it all up as well, look how powerful this is, I want all this stuff, and then the second I got there, I was going to start consuming it. Apparently, because it is made of concrete, it hurts our little teeth. Oh god, there are so many people we are eating! Well, on the upside, it's going to become the ultimate Forge world. Yeah, Giant Foundry, go. Also, I might as well turn off all these buffs now since we're done. I'm not wasting any more resource. Okay, so lads, once you're done with that, I guess we're going to move over here. Do you fellows have any friends? Ah, I feel you, bro. No, you don't have any friends. Which is good, because I want to clear out all of this space. Ooh, what megastructure do you have? Science Nexus! Beautiful. Okay, so once we have the Science Nexus, it means then we can clear out all this, and then we have space to attack the Fallen Empire. So clear out all this, attack the Empire. We've taken out both Fallen Empires then, and got their worlds. Can I at least eat their world? What's their world made of? Gaia world! Yes, okay, we can at least devour the Celestial Throne. Which is funny, considering I've actually got the, the head they worship. Which is a weird thing to say. Oh no, they killed my awesome general. That's just mean. So I'm making any more ground forces? A couple. Yeah, that'll be enough though. There's only one more world with decent defenses, which is the Archives, and that's weaker than the first. All the other worlds are just basic worlds, so we'll devour those nice and quickly. And then everyone, can you please move over there? I do have a gateway, right? Well, I have the wormhole. I'm trying to build gateways everywhere, so every time one of these construction vessels finishes off a gateway site, I then bounce them as far as possible and build another gateway. My idea is to have all of my territory just littered with gateways. In fact, I'm going to put one here. In case it's the Scourge, I probably should put it a little bit further away now, think about it. So, you're going to have one here as well, then. I'm not really using influence for anything else, so sure. So begins the war with the regime. Oh yeah, one of you needs to go back there because of that. I think... Well, I don't know where that wormhole goes. I assume it's this one, honestly. But either way, got gateways almost everywhere, either being created or finished. We have fleets over here being prepared. I can't see how they can really fight me off. I'm going to completely destroy them. I didn't even get to see that fight.
Our construction is complete.
I don't know how I keep on underestimating them. Yeah, so I just lost a fleet there, as you probably just saw. And I almost lost another one because they have like 70k there, a 40, a 50. What I just killed was a 50. They had loads around their capital, so I had to run back. But sadly, one of them did get caught. But yeah, now we're all together, even though I'm going to headbutt these as soon as I spawn into the area. I should be fine. Am I ever going to give up and, you know, not to spawn only battleships? No. Why? I don't know. It's just me. It's the magic that is Lathrix. Because if you throw enough stupidity at the enemy, eventually they will lose. And we have a whole lot of stupid to throw around. Point blank again. Oof. They have rings around every single world. Yeesh. Where are our ground forces? I did ask them to move here. Just they're not moving there very quickly. Okay, well, I was making these as well. Oh, I was asking them to move, then they landed somewhere else. That's what happened. Okay, you, back there. We'll be there soon enough. We have gateways everywhere, as I was saying, so not a big deal. You sit there and guard them. Our matter decompressor is going down, which is lovely. No more worrying about minerals once that thing's done. I'm also building a Dyson Sphere, and I'll build a gateway there as well. The gateway over here has finally arrived, so everything just jumped over nice and quickly. Yeah, you're doing that. That's fine. You are feast, and feast must be devoured.
We have assimilated knowledge.
I'm moving so slowly. I'm assuming that's because of the jump. Yeah. That's the homeworld, which will become the new feast. How is there a little fleet there? That's really... Oh, did you... Clearly you've got open borders with your neighbour. No, you can't possibly, right? No, you only hate us. Never mind. They can possibly. Okay, you just stay there then, so that doesn't get retaken. You can all push forwards. We've got this one over here that can defend here. Yeah, everything's looking alright. One more world has been completely devoured. All the capitals, except the Fallen Empire one, which is really annoying. But you of your lovely little Gaia world. Delicious. Producing a lot of food now as we devour more and more and more worlds. I don't care about either of those. Okay, you'll catch that one. Yeah, there's nothing really left of them now. It did take a while. It is now 2,330. So after this, really, we might need to just start prepping for the endgame crisis. So I'm thinking, fight the endgame crisis, hopefully win, then become the existential threat, destroy the galaxy. The Golem has devoured too much of the galaxy. Its intelligence has grew and grew, and now it's at a stage where it's transcending the galaxy, using the entirety of it for fuel for its own transcendence. I'm assuming also transcendence of its children. Even Larry, and no one likes Larry. The hive mind child Larry. Didn't realise the storm was still going on and that separated our fleets, but ignoring that, and thus one of our small fleets being destroyed, this should be the rest of their forces. And so we jump in our 10k ground force, and that will be pretty much it. Just need to clean up all the citadels, and then one more fallen empire has fallen slightly further. Where do I even want any more gateways? There's one there. There's a hyper relay there, not a gateway. I guess kind of like in the center here. I mean, I've got a gateway there already. One there. Sure, I'll pop it here. Next to this mercenary group that keeps on paying me for some reason. The homeworld of the Fallen Empire is now being devoured. As I'm about to take over the very final world, I'm going to convert these to their final form. Now, there is no guarantee we're going to be fighting the Unbidden, but I think this setup is still decent versus the contingency. So it's basically a 1 in 3 chance the enemy is something which counters us, which will be the Scourge, but thankfully our armor is already good. The Scourge is quite easy on the early game, and we do have a lot of other stuff we can quickly swap to, like our strike craft, so I think we'll be okay versus that. So I think this is a good idea and not completely stupid. Also, why are there no offspring titans? That would have made me so much happier. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So, complete conversion now to our kinetic weapons, which is what we've been upgrading. Complete conversion to the dark matter deflectors, which we've just started to get now from all of our Fallen Empire kills. These should be really powerful. Should. Probably should do the maths to actually figure out what's the best setup with the shield capacitors. We'll do it later. Right now, I just want to make sure we have at least the basics done with our battleships. Okay. And then, if it is the Unbidden, we're going to want the Titan sorted out as well. And exactly the same thing, just dark matter deflectors everywhere. So that's what I'll be converting them all into. We have 12 years now. I've tried to make as many Unity worlds as possible since we've been converting so many, because I really, really want to finish off this so we can get Defender of the Galaxy. Might just about get it in time as those worlds start giving me more and more Unity. The Protectors have been ended, and apparently I had no dark matter at all because I haven't went back and grabbed this one. So as soon as I grab this one dark matter, I can then just purchase a stupid amount of it, then I can upgrade my vehicles. How did I manage to not add an offspring nest here? Oh well. Also, for once, I'm now using the hotkey so I can, you know, consume these worlds nice and quickly. So I decided to go all in with the original idea. We are going only with repeatables for shields, for kinetic damage, and that's pretty much it. This means our ships will be very, very good versus the contingency, and incredibly good versus the Unbidden. The Scourge, however, will laugh at us and then devour our faces. So it is a 1 in 3 chance this completely backfires and destroys me, just like it did in the previous one, when I completely built against the Scourge and maybe the contingency, and then the Unbidden showed up. So, 1 in 3. The Golem likes these odds! Oh, this is so annoying. The Driven Assimilators, the Foundation, and the Consensus have all joined forces in the last second, as I was getting all of my forces ready to attack the Consensus. It was already a risky move, but now if I go to war, I'm at war with all 3 empires, and I'm literally not ready for that. I have enough forces to potentially guard all these locations, but they're not there yet, and we only have like 5 years before the endgame crisis can arrive. That is annoying. That is so very, very annoying. Look, even the fleet's over here ready to take this little chunk. How about you? Do you have friends? How does everyone have friends? Tell me your secrets. Are you friends with the committee? No, you're not really friends, you're the minions of the committee. Who's the committee? Committee, do you have friends? Only, Problem is, I can't get to your territory without going through everyone else. Well, back to the original plan then. We defeat the endgame crisis, the galaxy thinks it's saved, then I go out into an all-out war with the remaining galaxy forces to devour the galaxy whole. Now, the easiest option would just be to devour the galaxy whole now and end the game before the crisis can spawn. But I must destroy them, and hopefully they'll be the Unbidden. If not, we'll pretend the contingency is the Unbidden. We are in a very relaxed period of time right now, where we're just building up our forces more and more. I have now got Discovery finished, which means we have Defender of the Galaxy. And we're just continuing to build up. One of the Ruined Ring sections is finished, so once again, lots of unity coming from this, and then slowly tech, as all of our population get moved here as our worlds fill up. I'm repairing another section, and I'm finishing off the Dyson Sphere and the Matter Decompressor. Oh, okay, so I'm just finishing off the Matter Decompressor. Oh, that was right, because I'm finishing off... What else am I making currently? Oh, never mind, I'm a dum-dum. Because of that unity, I forgot to activate this, which I can now reactivate, because there's no chance of finishing off another one in time. So why don't we go ahead and build up another ring section. Yep, so we now have 2 Science Nexus, both fully upgraded. We have the Ring World, like I say, the Dyson Sphere, the Matter Decompressor, and a very, very large fleet being created of our glorious leaders, which are all just leveling up slowly while we wait. Actually, change of mind. Scientific Revolution. I still want to get this, though, because if we get the defensive version of Supremacy, which I can never remember the name of, Unyielding, that does offer some good benefits, like more starbase capacity, but also I think it does have another fire rate increase in allied territory. I'm not sure how useful that's going to be versus the final boss here, but maybe we'll get that. Yeah, so we'll just keep one on, and we'll just keep Scientific Revolution. Actually, now I've started the other one, does that still continue? Ah, that's cheesy. So you can start it for a second, start that one, then just continue on. I'm okay with that. One more world consumed. Just waiting for what was once the Sky Temple, I believe. Oh no, there's Sky Temple. What are you called again? The Golem cares not. But you are delicious.
Our construction is complete.
Wait. I didn't know they spawned... No! You can't spawn over my world! Oh, you are mean! Unbidden. Well, upside. Unbidden. Yay, that's what we wanted. Downside. Literally a year after... Less than a year after they could have spawned, they have spawned.
Our situation log is updated.
Feeding ground reached. Prey bountiful. At long last we shall feast. Oh, I'm gonna bloody enjoy destroying you. Everyone to the gateway. Oh, actually, saying that. Oh, we need to save these worlds. They're vital. They're not vital, but very good. Jump there anyway, we'll see. first year. I don't care about the galactic... Why would I care about the election? Just put down gateways over here and everything. I expect... Well, I mean, admittedly, I am like half of the galaxy, but still... Okay, we're going that way. Where's the closest gateway? There. Obviously, I want them to split up a little bit. I don't want to fight all of them at once. Here's wishing I had a decent precursor. Oh, I was just making Titans as well, weren't I? Yep. Ah, bugger. Can't weaken their shields yet. How many do they have there? 3. So it's... So actually, this is the weaker of the 2 then, apparently. Yeesh. Oh. Is that a new one just got created as well? Ay, ay, ay.
Our space hive is lost.
I'm gonna lose worlds. Oh no, now the 8 mil's moving that way. They are not splitting in the way I want them to.
Our void hive is under attack. Technology conceived.
3 are still there, what they're doing. Okay, 1's splitting, that's what I wanted to see. The question is though, where are these guys going? You're going straight for us. Oh, I'm going to end up with 2 against me if I stay here, but I don't know what best to do, because I don't want to lose all these systems. Okay, so I wanted to see, you're going to head towards me as well, but hopefully in this time I can take this fleet out, or die to them, I don't know. I have every bonus possible now active on my policies. Edicts, rather. Come on, come on. Yes, perfect! I lost some battleships, I don't care. You died with minimal losses. Now, you're about to head to us as well. Too many. Yeah, this ain't gonna work, is it? Bugger. Jumping is a bad idea, though. Jumping means I'm gonna end up being too weak. Okay, do this. Oh, they just caught me. They just caught me. I still can't stay. I could try and kill the other 3 mil. But right now, it's not worth it. Thankfully, we do, of course, have our mega shipyard just pumping out battleships right now. Yeah, go away.
Our void hive is under attack. Our hive is under attack.
Okay. The portal's not currently vulnerable, is it? That'd be weird. You an anchor? Oh, I forgot. How'd you tell the difference? The anchors are bigger on it. Is that an anchor or just a station? I'm guessing that's just a station. I'm guessing that's a station. If we go to the Unbidden, the anchor's active, so I'm actually going to kill the anchor on the... No, the anchor's on only this system. If we jump right now, we can take out their portal. Boop. I might lose my fleet for this, but taking out their portal means, well, they can't reinforce. Go on, brave Golemites.
Crushing a hostile hive.
Good night to your portal. That is such a win for us, even if it means we're going to end up losing this fleet. Okay, fleet back off there as far as you can. It takes a year, I think, for the jump drives to come off cooldown. No, okay, half a year. Yeah, half a year. So if I move there, I'll probably take half a year. So I am very confident we're going to win now. Remember, we are creating ships very, very, very quickly. The Warlock serves us now. I am watching this thing and it is following my fleet wherever it goes. It was after me there, I went around, I destroyed that, and now it's after me here. So if I attack this fleet, which I want to do, I'm going to have to go in separate. Yeah, I'm going to lose some fleets here because I'm going to let them go in separate just to get there quickly. Then I'll jump them away. I do need this gateway system. At least I need it neutral. They have no construction vessels. They're only gaining systems right now when they actually destroy a starbase and there's no worlds there. It's the only time they're getting systems. So if that gateway is a neutral zone, I can now warp there. That is now a reinforcement point for my fleet. It really is just chasing me. I didn't think the AI actually did that. Move here, rest, move here, rest, move here, then casually move there. Then go after this one. A lot of them are just sitting there now, it seems. I don't think they know what to do now the gate's gone. This thing is terrifying, though. I am under no illusion that can probably tear apart what fleets I currently have. I'm dumb. I'm very, very dumb. I am incredibly dumb. I've let them get cornered here. I know it's weird allowing the enemy there to get that station up and running, but I'm hoping... 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Max damage again. That was the issue. Do you not have... Seriously, how did one of you slip away of not getting aggressive? Anyway, still going to lose a lot, so you're going to headbutt them, but that's one more fleet down. Oh, so many battleships are spewed into the void there. But still, what are you doing? You're just chilling. Where's the 8 mil gone? Huh. Wonder where it went. I actually have no idea where that could go to. Is there a neutral gateway somewhere? It can't go to someone else's gateway that's owned. I have legitimately no idea where that Unbidden just went. Oh, nope. Oh, my gateway here. I am so dumb. The gateway I'm going for, maybe then? Oh, Lathrix, how are you so dense sometimes? Okay, jump to that gateway. That way we can start funneling reinforcements to you. Okay, 3 more fleet there. I've just grabbed this back. I was going to take the system back completely so that they can't use both these gateways. But my ground force will be destroyed, so I'm just going to wait here in the corner. Okay. Now we go. You, pretend the enemy aren't there. You know what? Yeah, rebuild it. You'll be fine. You'll be fine after the fight's over. Thank you, enemy... Sorry, not enemy, but I guess non-friendly distractions. Perfect. My allies were... Again, I'm calling them allies. They still hate us. Currently non-aggressive combatants. Thank you. After we take out this, that's the last one outside of the 8 mil. And just keep on making as many battleships as we possibly can, mixing in the Titans so it removes a lot of their shields, and make sure I don't headbutt the 8 mil. Well, that was earlier than expected. I thought they were just bombarding the world, then they changed their mind. Oh, yep, I didn't really want to fight them with this fleet just yet, but sure. This will be most of our fleet gone. Okay. Well, yep, most of our fleet gone, but at least all that's left now is the 8.9. There is nothing else left on their side. Let's take out those two, then move over to... Yeah, take out those two, move to the gateway. And rebuilding fleets very quickly. I think I've figured out the AI of this thing. It's just hunting small fleets nearby. That's all it's doing constantly. There's a fleet here, it died, it stopped moving. Okay, let me just transfer a single battleship. Sorry, single battleship, you are a test subject here. Can I make it move here? Am I completely wrong? Well, it was chasing something, then it stopped. Do I not count?
Technology.
Oh, no, there we go. But then if I delete this, no fleet. And you've stopped. Oh, for a second. Well, I've figured out the AI. It's actually incredibly simple with the big fleet. The other fleets don't seem to completely do this, but this one certainly does. Maybe the other ones do, I just didn't see it, but this one just hunts down fleets nearby, which means if I put no fleets here, it's gonna just sit there forever. Well, they're about to lose a lot of fleets. Wow, that was instant. Well, at least it does clean out the station. Oh, it's going to get territory. Guys! Well, all the fleets are here. I'm going to try and lure the enemy into our territory, which seems to be working already. If they take out this station, it'll turn against us, but at the same time, as long as we're in this system, we get a bonus to our fire rate, because we currently have desperate measures active, giving us plus 40%. It'll jump there, then here. Once this is over, we will have learned from the Unbidden, and why devour one world at a time when we can devour the entire galaxy.
Technology conceded.
Wonderful. So that's pretty much it. So we're going to clear up the Unbidden and get our ships into position. Though, honestly, protecting our systems isn't going to be important once we have the engine up and running for the end of the galaxy. Once we become the existential threat, and the engine is active, we just need dark matter and lots of it, so we're just going to be devouring everything. So, yeah, sure, let them take the systems, as long as this system remains, and it certainly will if I just guard it. We'll eat everything. Invasion is defeated, and you're welcome. We should get some more percent, that'd help out a lot. Yeah, our leader passed away, sadly, recently for both society and engineering. But thankfully as well, they do level up incredibly quickly. So, with that, let's allow the crisis to take hold. The true crisis. The Golem! So I think in 1 month's time, do they automatically declare war on me? I can't remember.
Our special project is complete.
The end is nigh!
The elders seek our end.
Yeah, apparently we are a crisis, alright. The partial engine is active. And soon we'll get our star devourers to start getting dark matter. Oh yeah! You had all your forces here. That was a shame. Return to home base. We have gateways here anyway. We'll see where they're attacking from and defend as is necessary. You two, let's devour this chunk first. So let's get a couple of you as guardians for the Star Eaters. Actually, let's move them there then. Star Eaters move there. A lot of lag when I'm grabbing that group. I think it's something to do with the experience. Anyway, here are lovely boxy Star Eaters.
Our hive is under attack.
A single world is delicious. An entire galaxy. So much more so. Okay, so fleet there. Like I say, I'll move them around as I see attacks incoming. That one there, that one's probably going to be coming down there, put it there. It'll be fine. There's also a gateway over there, so I can bounce from there to there, depending on which way it goes.
Technology conceived.
Charging weapon. Just to showcase how this works, let's watch this first one in full. It's like a very scary Rubik's Cube. Meanwhile, we're probably being invaded from every single direction, but we don't really care right now. The galaxy is on a timer, and they are certainly not going to win it. So the system is now a black hole, and because of that, we got a large chunk of dark matter. And that's going to keep on happening again, and again, and again, until every system is without light. I accidentally made a fleet of 4 Titans. This is because I was just spamming Titans, because as long as one is alive, they all have the anti-shield thing. The idea was the Titans will be destroyed pretty quickly in fights, so I may as well just have loads of them with the anti-shield, so at least one will survive till the end. And I didn't actually put them into fleets. Offspring, not yet. All I need to do is make sure that the normal fleets like this have offspring with them. My children will lead the charge in every direction. And rapidly I'm already getting loads of dark matter. Boop. Okay, first one is now upgrading. Definitely want that back online. I'm assuming that does affect this. Yes, it does. I also have the problem of a lot of the enemies are using a lot of small ships like corvettes and such, so I will be making corvettes now, which will be following along with the groups with offspring. And they can help deal with absolutely everything. I don't think I've lost a fleet yet, but I did lose a lot of health on one of them. I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, lots of health lost. As you can see, this happens. Yeah. Wow, can I actually just not hit that one? Okay, so as you can see, This is why these fleets are now being created. The mixed fleets, and also just a lot of Corvette swarm fleets, they'll be joining them as well. I can make them very quickly. A normal Corvette takes 16 days, a menacing Corvette, 8. Gotta give credit to the enemies. They're actually doing incredibly well, to the point I'm actually worried. Yeah, all their fleets are converging together. They attacked over here, took out this, which then gave them access to the gateway. There we are. The gateway is now under my control, because I control the thingy. Starbase. If you can all get back together, then jump over here, that would be grand. Together, we can crush them no bother, but if I let them move any further, that would have been a serious problem for me. Ah, pulsar system. Not the best for us, considering we're pure shields, but we still have just sheer numbers on our side here. And then being slowed down means our battleships are even more effective, so sure. Remember, this is all a timer. It's not so much, are they going to actually win, or am I going to be able to defend myself, etc. It's just, can they destroy me before the engine is complete? This is its first stage. I think there's 3. The enemy are doing incredibly well. They're reinforcing, they're sticking together, they're overwhelming small areas. Again, I think I have enough forces that isn't really a big deal, but this is definitely the most organized I've seen the galaxy before in this kind of event. Now, the problem for them is, I can eat things on my own territory, so what I'm essentially doing is sending out ships here to provide a barrier and then just devouring this section. Then eventually I'll make a new barrier here, devour this, make a new barrier. So I'm just walking up in little sections. Over here I'm just sending fleets once in a while. Now this Corvette swarm I've made, finally using the actual fleet manager there, is going to push forwards and make a big dent in their territory. I actually have to use my brain for this one. I never have to use my brain. Still not entirely sure I have one.
Technology conceived.
Come on. Almost there. Oh, and we just about have enough. I think we have like 32,000? 33. Beautiful. I think it is just one more after this. I might be mistaken though. It's been a while since I've done this. Still, beautiful. So yeah, loads of fleets encroaching on this area. A few fleets over here. I think we already have enough forces. Yeah, they're all there. That's fine. So you guys should just follow along. Okay, that's going to be lost. So you just go there. You're bouncing around defending that territory. Yeah, we're doing fine. Meanwhile, like I said, I'm just devouring my own territory. I'm just avoiding systems with my own worlds in, and other than that, it doesn't really matter. You're already acting as a block? No, you're not. Now you are. Okay, get that gateway, please, then move back over there. That'd be great. Not really watching much of the combat because each of our groups now is so big it's causing immense lag when I try and watch them. We're just slowing everything down, something quite severe. There we go. Though I would like to see this one. Let's see them in action, shall we? Ooh. Yeah, you guys need to catch up. That almost became a serious problem.
We sense hostile swarm.
Already took out this station twice. Ooh, okay, jump. As long as I give the command, you will still jump. That's fine. Oh, I want to jump there. Where's the safest place to jump? Over here.
We sense hostile swarm.
Don't let me... He's still preparing to jump. There we go. Yeah, they jumped just fine. Great. Start devouring, please. This isn't your world, so that's great. How strong is the station? Good, you can take that yourself. All is well and good. I need to pay more attention. Also, can you guys form, please? Clearly you are meant to form together here, and I just messed it up. Ah, whatever. I interrupted you forming into your fleet, didn't I? Whoops. Oh well. Corvettes away!
We sense hostile swarm.
Can the fleet with the offspring please get in here? I think they did. Yeah, the Corvette swarms have been fantastic. Over here, I had to jump you. There you are. You're still on path to devour most of my own territory. And before you say anything about this not being like the correct thing for this empire to do, eat its own territory, bear in mind, that's the entire thing this empire does. Consume world. And it can only do that on its own worlds. I'm getting very tired. My stammer is fighting me now. The true battle between a man, his stammer, and the galaxy at large. Get away from my gateways. I'm now realizing having gateways everywhere is actually not the best thing, because every time the enemy get any ground, they can then start bouncing to my gateways through their own. When I'm on the offensive, it's great. Oh no. No, that's fine. When I'm on the offensive, they're great. When I'm on the defensive, they are horrendously annoying. Oh, don't worry, I have still been devouring the home world. This is the Fallen Empire's home world. With some angry drones elsewhere. Having to wait this time, I'm currently on 36k dark matter, I need 40k. And this is because... Ooh, did it just get created? I was making another devourer. Very close. Yeah, so once the Star Eater's finished, that's going to help speed along things. We could stop it now and instantly start upgrading it, but it's probably best to have at least a third Star Devourer just to speed things along for the next phase. Plus, it doesn't take all that long to get a few more thousand anyway. We are causing a great disturbance within the psionic world, causing these lovely things to appear. Now, thankfully, these are pretty weak, actually, the corrupted avatars, so just our Star Eater should be enough to devour them. So I guess we'll just act as if they're not there. I mean, we're devouring most of our own systems anyway, so I don't really care too much if that thing's sitting above it. Yeah, we'll be fine. So here's a legitimate question. This thing about to nom star. This system has 3 stars. Do I need to nom all 3 stars? I don't think so. But do I get 3 times the dark matter? Currently at 7.6. We nom. We continue to nom. Boy, this star is being nommed. All the nomage. And boom. Yes, so that's a no then. Because that just happened as well. That's actually something I'd love to change. If there are 2 or 3 stars in the system, I would love to get more dark matter from that event. It's only a little thing. It's not anything important, obviously. Ooh, that's so pretty. Wow, I was being distracted by the shiny thing there. But it would be cool to see that change. My brain is a ping pong ball. I'm really starting to think that being more aggressive would have been far easier, just taking over whole sections rather than having this advancing shield wall of ships. I thought this would be easier and more fun, but no, it isn't. Because what keeps on happening is they keep on amassing their groups together, like this, for instance, and then I have to get all of my forces there to try and deal with it. I was hoping just to have, like, a few large groups just hanging around, but nope, I've got to make my own super groups to deal with their super groups. Which, admittedly, is kind of fun, but I keep missing the fights because how much I'm dealing with everything. And who are you? Okay, I'm getting dark matter very quickly at least this time. With all 3 of them now just devouring constantly. I can't remember how much the next stage is. I'm hoping it's not like 100k. I honestly can't remember what it is. The final form costs 50,000, we're only 5,000 off. So very close to total devouring. Yeesh, where did all these things come from? Neither of these are mixed fleets either, so that's not going to be... Oh, I have all these nearby. I'm fine, never mind, everything's fine. The world is a good place and the galaxy even better. It's going to be so much more orderly. So I devour the stars themselves. That is a lot of people who are no longer there.
We sense hostile swarm.
And that is it. We have 51,000. The final construction begins. And because of that, I know what I want to do. All fleets... Oh god, it gets so laggy. I don't know what it is, but only when I'm selecting fleets does the game suddenly decide it can no longer run. There we go. Other than that, the game's actually running really smoothly considering how late we are and everything. I want to move all fleets back to the homeworld. There's nothing they can do now to stop us, and it makes complete sense that we just protect the engine at all costs. I did just actually lose one of my star devourers. Again, they have been really good at defending. Kudos to them. But I am so much stronger than they are. I have a pet warlock. I don't know what that means, and a pet deity prophet. I don't know what he is exactly. Oh, yeah, divine prophet. But we have him, and he's alive apparently, so we're just taking care of him. He loves us. Now we just wait. Actually, I would like to see a fight between the Sonic entity and one of our devourers. So if you could just finish off these little starlings. Shardlings, right? Starlings? These little birds. These adorable little space birds. Thank you. I don't even think I need to bother with white. Oh, you already... Is that how much damage you took from the station? Oh, it keeps on coming back. What? Oh, I didn't expect them to keep on coming back online. So very slowly, these little stations are destroying the entities. That's bizarre. Did they always do that? There we go. Boop. Go on, eat one more star, but then get back to us. Decent showing of power and some lovely colours. I wonder if that could actually cause any problems for us. No, we have too much stockpiled as well. As soon as they do start devouring certain things, we could always just sell other things. Yeah, we're fine. The galaxy's out there being all scary and trying to kill us. You know, trying to use tactics and everything else to overwhelm our defenses. I'm here playing soldiers. Because sometimes it's 2 AM, you've been playing Stellaris all day, and arranging your battleships in somewhat pleasing formations is all that really matters. Oh, and your corvettes, and countless ground forces. And occasional cubes. I like how these battleships are chilling inside the engine. I mean, that's bravery. Some may call it stupidity, but I like it. Look at these warnings. I wonder how much will actually take over in time. I'm actually guessing quite a lot. They're doing really well. They're landing forces, they're moving, they're not just staying put until a single world is down. They've already grabbed all this back from me. But again, I have so much stockpiled, even if I start going into the negative, it's just not going to affect us. They have 1,000 days. Under 3 years left. And we are Blob. Well, is a valiant effort and worthy of respect, but sadly, a beginning and an end. Everything is in place, the engine is now fully operational, and the vast power of the Shroud lies within our reach. When the engine is activated, the resulting subspace backlash will detonate every single star in the galaxy. All galactic life, be it organic or mechanical, will cease to exist. But by then, we will have safely transmitted our full consciousness to a higher plane of existence. We will no longer be bound by the limitations of the physical world. Time will have no meaning, and the very fabric of the universe will be ours to manipulate as we deem necessary. In other words, we have just became the Unbidden. To future galaxies and the Shroud itself, do it. And with immense lag, there we go. End of absolutely everything. Every single system just went boom. Nothing left. Ooh, first time I've seen a ruined hyper relay. That looks cool. Everything is gone. We are all that's left from our shattered world. So with that, thank you so much for watching. That was a really enjoyable run, and although I don't think I talked about it enough, the leaders were seriously the highlight for me. Having that passive experience gain and having just everyone have a higher level cap through our civics and everything else really powered certain things through. I could have done that even better in my opinion, but that was just so enjoyable to see leaders that high level, because normally I don't really care about them. So that was really good. This is clearly an incredibly powerful origin. Just utterly insane, especially when paired with the Terravore or the regular Devouring Swarm. The next full playthrough will likely be a modded one, and will likely be a couple of weeks in the future, since these do take so long to record. But it's always fun to play a hive mind. It's always fun to play a purifier species. So this was incredibly enjoyable. I really do hope you've enjoyed the video, and of course, if you have, then likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Stellaris is a series you wish to see continued in the future. I also want to do some challenge runs in the future, such as the One Planet Challenge. I know some people have already done that at this point, with the newest patch there is, but I want to give it a go as well. Probably quite vassal heavy, or being a vassal, I don't know. Well, thank you for watching, have a lovely day, do take care, and until next time, never trust the golem in the corner of your room.